Alright guys, today we are actually going to create a superhero symbol, okay, using an emblem in our old pal GIMP. Okay, GIMP is a photo editing software. Okay, it's free to download and use. It's very similar to Photoshop, and we're going to give that a shot today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our assignment. Okay, I'm going to click on the image. Okay, and then I'm going to right click and save it. Okay, and I'm just going to call it, leave it as the same name for now. Okay, I'll go to my Z drive already, and I'll save it in my digital graphics folder. Cool. Or I'm sorry, not digital graphics. Wow. MS Comp Sci folder. Awesome. Okay, so we'll hit save. I'll replace it. Okay, you'll already have yours, and then I'm going to minimize that. Whoop, whoop, get rid of all this mumbo jumbo. Okay, so I want us to click on the start button and then type in GIMP and click on it and fire her up. Okay, so we're going to be doing a couple things in this assignment. Okay, not only are we going to create a totally sweet superhero logo. Okay, we're going to use the brush tool. Okay, we're going to use the paths tool to create letters. Okay, and we're also going to use tracing mechanism selection tool. So, okay, first of all, let's open our superhero emblem. Okay, yours, you might have to find it in your folder. Superhero emblem. Very cool. Okay, I'm going to open it so it fills the screen. And you can see here a couple things we got going on. Okay, over here on our left is the toolbox. Okay, these are all the different types of selection tools on the top. Okay, this allows you to select parts of images. Okay, and even into the path tool as well. Okay, and then there's some more editing images beyond. Okay, we're going to start by creating letters. Okay, it's a very easy way to do that. Okay, if you had, okay, I'm just going to change the color here. You don't have to do. I don't want you guys doing this, but you could totally, okay, just draw like a Superman S there and say, oh yeah, I got my letter, yay, super cool. Okay, lame, man. Okay, we want to make a embroidered letter, fill it with some color, and make it look cool. So I'm going to undo that. Okay, we're going to use the paths tool. This one right here. Okay, it could be used for other things, but I'm going to use it to create the letter M for Mr. Courtright. Okay, I'm going to kind of go to the edge there. Oops. Okay, I'm going to reselect that because I'm going to go this way. Okay, I'm going to kind of make a block M because I'm the man. Okay, and I'm not too super concerned with where they line up yet because you could go back and edit these. Whoop. Bloop. Okay, and I'm just going to go back around. Okay, and block it up. Okay, and you can make whatever letter you like. Okay, knock yourself out. Okay, I'm just going with M. Okay, but I'd like us to use the paths tool in this case. And if you're using a letter with curves, okay, I could show you how to do that as well. Very cool. And then I'm going to click on the last one. Whoops. Okay, and that's going to then connect these. Okay, now this M looks terrible, so I'm going to do some editing here. I might move some stuff up a little. Okay, I'm just clicking. Okay, and you can see here, okay, it draws the path to from where this circle is. Okay, but if I click and just kind of move things around too, okay, it's going to allow me to do some editing stuff. So I'm just going to make this, clean this up a little bit. That's a funky looking letter. And yeah, it works for me. Okay, so we got our letter lined up here. And what I'm going to do is make this a selection, this path we created. So I'm going to go over to my tools options, click on selection from path. Okay, and you can see it selects the path we just made. You see the ants marching here. Awesome. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little gradient to it. Okay, so we're going to use our gradient tool, okay, which is this bad boy. Okay, this gradient right here. Okay, I like this. Okay, I'm going to use, I want to use the red color. Okay, you could go through here and use whatever color you'd like. Okay, so I'm going to use red to background. Let's see, foreground to background. Let's do that in RGB. Let's see what that looks like. And we can play around with it and see, just because you pick one doesn't mean you have to stick with it forever. Okay, so I'm just going to click, and I'm going to draw this at a diagonal angle across. We'll see what we got. Oh! What? Why is that coming out like that? Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, so right now, okay, I'm going to undo that. Okay, we are in grayscale now, so everything's going to come out like gray, white, or black. So what we want to do here is switch the mode we're in. Okay, so I'm going to go to Image, and then Mode. Okay, and you can see here we're in grayscale. Okay, whenever you want to utilize color, you want to convert the image to RGB. So I'm going to do that. And another thing too is I want to put my selection on a different layer. Okay, because we're going to duplicate this and make another one. So I'm going to click on this file folder here to create a new layer. Oh, not group. Oh, delete that. Okay, sorry. The paper to create a new layer. Okay, we want it to be transparent. So we'll keep that selected and we'll click OK. Okay, and you can see here, okay, that's a transparent layer. So with this layer selected, okay, I'm going to click, drag across, and booyah. There we go. This M is just not the quality I would have liked it, but we're going to mess around with it. Yeah, I could live with this color here, I guess. We'll stick with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that layer. Okay, I'm going to use that M again. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to use a different blend color. Okay, I'm going to use like a blue. Okay, because I'll show you what I'm going to do in a second. Like a kind of like a lighter blue, like a royal blue. Click OK. Click across. Booyah. Okay, and then I'm going to duplicate this layer. Okay, so I'm going to click on this double screen here. Okay, and that creates a copy of this layer. Okay, if we look here, we can see the copy. Let's make sure that's selected. Okay, then I'm going to use my Move tool. Okay, and this layer is actually here. You can't see it because we haven't moved it yet. And I'm going to move it down. Move it up. Kind of make it look blockish. Actually, maybe we'll move it over more, make it kind of look like a shadow. Make sure it all fits in here. Awesome. So that looks a little bit better. A little crooked, but we'll live with it. And we got one last thing to touch this thing up. So what I did is I went and I downloaded another picture. Okay, you do the same thing, okay, and add a little extra flair to your background. I'm going to click Open, and I downloaded a picture of blue flames, and I'm going to kind of just lay this underneath it. So what I'm going to do is click Open. Okay, this picture is going to open as another file. Okay, and let's make sure we select None here on the other picture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Okay, and I'm just going to select kind of a piece of the flame. So I'm going to use my free select tool, the lasso tool. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of click, let it go, and just kind of trace around part of this. Okay, it's okay. You don't have to be perfect with it, especially if you're using a black background. Okay, I'm just going to kind of click randomly and pick a portion of this picture. I'm going really, really quick through this. Okay, if you want to be a little bit more precise, okay, you could select that feather edges mode, okay, that you see underneath there. Okay, but we're just going to go crazy here. Okay, then I'll go to the bottom. Okay, and then we'll go all the way to here and click the circle and it makes a selection. Okay, now I'm going to right click on it and copy it. So I'm going to go to Edit, Copy. Okay, and then we don't really need this image, but I'm just going to minimize it now just in case. And I'm going to go to my brush tool. Paintbrush tool, double click on that. Okay, and under here, okay, this is the brush we have selected now. Okay, I'm going to click on it. Okay, and there, okay, in our clipboard, okay, is the brush that we just created. So you can see if I put my mouse over it, it makes that brush real small. So when I click there, it just makes like a dot. I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to increase the size of my brush. Okay, you can see here it's getting bigger and bigger. I'm going to make this really big. I kind of want it to stretch across the bottom. Whoop. I'm going to do like 2 like this. Okay, and I'm going to put that on another layer. Create a new layer. Transparent. I'm going to move that layer down so it goes right above. Whoop. I'll just click on my down arrow to move it. So it's right above the superhero emblem layer. And I'm going to click here. Oh, whoops, another mistake. Come on, Courtright. Okay, I want to select this. So I'm going to go back here. Okay, before we do the brush, okay, I'm going to use my fuzzy select tool. Okay, and I'm going to select this so it selects just the emblem because we don't want it going like outside the emblem. I'll go back here. Okay, we might have to mess with the brush again. Oh, good, it stayed the same. So now when I click here, oh no. Okay, so I see what the problem is here. We got to do, so we're clicking here. We have everything selected. Oh, whoops. Selected behind it. That's why it's coming up like that. So I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to go to Select, Invert. Okay, that's going to make the selection of the emblem. Now when I click, okay, it goes in like so. That's pretty sweet. Awesome. Alright, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'll live with that. Okay, we could add a little bit more to it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to save this now. Okay, there's a special way to save it. Okay, we want to go to File. Okay, when we're completely done, okay, we're going to go to Export As. Okay, and I'm going to call this my last name. Right, hero. And then export it to that same drive. Okay, we're going to make it 100% quality. And then click Export. Okay, and now I'm going to go back to Edmodo. Okay, you'll click on Turn In. Okay, and mine's going to look a little different than yours. Okay, you'll see an area here. Okay, where you're able to, you have to type in a message. Okay, and then you're going to attach, okay, the file we just made. Okay, now this should be, let's just make sure we made this the right way. Okay, we should have exported this, and it should be a JPEG. Okay, so not the .xcf file. Okay, that's the file that's a unique file to GIMP. So, best of luck. Have some fun with it.